So he had me say 3,333 and 1/3 with the TH and not with the S.
9 nice night nurses dressing nicely. 9 nice night nurses dressing nicely.
Where she sits, she shines. Where she shines, she sits. Where she sits, she shines. Where she shines, she sits.
Peter Pepper picked a Pepper Pepper, a Pepper picked a Pepper Pepper, Peter Pepper picked. If Peter Pepper picked a Pepper Pepper, where's the Pepper Pepper Peter Pepper picked?
Let's talk about tongue twisters. A tongue twister is a pronunciation word game that uses words with similar sounds, which are normally confusing or difficult to pronounce. These sounds can be deemed problematic depending on the way they've been arranged in these words or in sentences. In the performance of tongue twisters, one person says the tongue twister and then another person repeats at high speed.
Okay, let me try another one. A Kiswahili one. Ni kipi kikusikitishacho?
Ni kipi kukisitacho?
Again.
Ni kipi kukisitacho?
The fun is then felt when someone attempts to do this tongue twister at high speed, and we are always hoping that when they're trying to do that, they're going to mess up. So when they mess up, the audience is supposed to, of course, burst out in laughter.
Can her hair and her and a. Can her hair and her and a.
The tongue twister, therefore, is a fun way of teaching pronunciation and enhancing socialization. Let's look at the features of tongue twisters. The first feature of tongue twisters is repetition. Repetition simply means that a word occurs more than once. Because tongue twisters are interested in sounds, sometimes these sounds that are supposed to be learned are in certain words. Therefore, these words can be repeated so that the person saying the tongue twister has to meet these sounds very many times. For example, in the tongue twister, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry. The word lorry is repeated and therefore there is repetition. Tongue twisters are big on sound and therefore they have to make use of sound patterns. The first sound pattern is alliteration, and this is the repetition of the initial consonant sounds in words. Take a look at this Kikuyu tongue twister that makes use of the sound k at the beginning of some words.
Kanaka ni kora, kona kora kora, na kokora kona kanaka ni kora kora. Kanaka ni kora, kona kora kora, na kokora kona kanaka ni kora kora.
The tongue twister, she sells seashells at the seashore, also has that sh, which is alliteration. Some tongue twisters also make use of consonants. Consonance is the occurrence of the same consonant sound in different words in any other place apart from the initial position in words. Therefore, in she sells seashells at the seashore, there is repetition of the la there, that is consonants. Because of this emphasis on sounds, tongue twisters are only effective in their original language. This is because when you translate a tongue twister from its original language, these sound patterns are lost. Apart from repetition, the sound patterns are going to be lost. Because if you translate two different words that ended in the same sound in the original language, if you translated them into a new language, you will most likely not end up with words that end in the same sound. Therefore, the original effect of consonants is going to be lost. So tongue twisters are very sensitive. They are best enjoyed in the original language. Let us now look at the functions of tongue twisters. The first function of tongue twisters is to offer entertainment. The beauty of tongue twisters is when people try and they try to mess up and people laugh. That laughter, of course, makes us pass time and feel good. So entertainment is at the heart of tongue twisters.
Peter Pepper picked a Pepper Pepper, a Pepper picked a Pepper Pepper, Peter Pepper picked. If Peter Pepper picked a Pepper Pepper, where's the Pepper Pepper Peter Pepper picked? Peter Pepper picked a Pepper Pepper.
Tongue twisters are also used by young people to pass time, so it is very important as a recreational tool. Tongue twisters are effective when there's an audience listening. Therefore, they are used for socialization. If you did a tongue twister and no one was there to hear you mess up, then there would be no fun in it. So, socialization is part of the functions of a tongue twister.
Kanta is a Masai boy. If Kanta a tie, why can't I tie a tie like Kanta a tie? Kanta is a Masai boy. If Kanta a tie, why can't I tie a tie like Kanta a tie? Kanta is a Masai boy. If Kanta a tie, why can't I tie a tie like Kanta a tie? Kanta is a Masai boy. If Kanta a tie, why can't I tie a tie like Kanta a tie?
Tongue twisters are very important in early language training in children.
Hello, tell me your name.
Kayla.
Kayla who?
Yabero.
I have a tongue twister for you. Can you try it?
Yes.
She sells seashells at the seashore.
Okay. She sells shells at the seashore.
Faster.
She sells seashells at the seashore.
Faster.
She sells seashells at the seashore.
Tongue twisters also enhance creativity in children. When you've told a child a tongue twister and they've enjoyed it, they're going to be tempted to form their own because they want to test their friends. They want to have more fun. And in this way, their creativity is enhanced. One of the most important uses of tongue twisters is for correcting speech defects. Speech defects such as stammering or just an inability to pronounce certain sounds can be helped using tongue twisters. Related to these is when someone is trying to acquire a new language. Sometimes the sounds in the new language will be problematic to you, and because of this, tongue twisters can be used to help. A classic example is Arnold Schwarzenegger. When he was trying to break into Hollywood, he had a problem with his thick accent, and therefore he was assigned a speech coach who tried to help him using tongue twisters. Take a look at this clip where he explains how this process worked.
I remember that when he says, you always say three. It's not three, it is three with TH. So he had me say 3,333 and 1/3 with the TH and not with the S.
Very good.
Yeah, but I mean, it's after 5,000 years, right? After doing thousands of reps on it, and I remember we get confused with the Fs and the V and the W. That we would say, this is a nice wine, but it's actually wine, right? So the guy had me say, a fine wine grows on a vine. So now I ran around with that. Then for instance, he said to me, Arnold, you have to also learn how to say the vibrating Z. We don't have that in German. So he said, the sink is made out of zinc. So I was saying that. So things like that, I was saying things over and over
Useful
again.
phrases.
Tongue twisters are so much fun. They remind us of the beauty of a language. They tell us that at the heart of the language, we have sounds. And when each sound is treated with the respect it deserves, communication happens.
9 nice night nurses dressing nicely. 9 nice night nurses dressing nicely.